Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are here for our week 5 match of the BBR. This is my game versus Platinum Howler, coach of the Coquitlam Red Gyarados. He's currently 2-2, I do believe, and we are 3-1, so that's pretty nice. Hoping to pick up a win here, although he does have a very threatening team and multiple mons on his team that I kind of feel like just beat me on preview, so that's great. So as you can see, to this game I decided to bring my Primarina, Garchomp, Buzzwole, Diggersby, Megazam, and Alolan Muk. And he decided to bring his Manaphy, Krookodile, Goodra, Mega Ordino, Breloom, and Crobat. Immediately, if he Scarf Crobat, that is so terrible for me, because I didn't bring Empoleon, and it was my one switch in to Crobat. And I definitely should have brought that, because you know, I kind of need a Crobat resist anyway, even if it's not Scarfed, it outspeeds most of my team, so that's great. Manaphy also just kind of bodies me on preview, so that's great. I do have an Assault Vest Primarina that will help take that on, and I'm pretty sure my Muk is also Assault Vest, so I can somewhat try and deal with it. But yeah, I guess I'll run through my team right now. We have the AV Prim with the Energy Ball, Moonblast, Surf, and Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet to pick off a kill if something's really low, and the other three just hit his team really hard, so that's great. I then have Scarfchomp with Earthquake, Outrage, Rocks, and Dragon Claw. Locking into a move here isn't great, but I really did need to be Scarfchomp, as I'm pretty sure there was a reason I had to be Scarfchomp. I don't really remember what it was, but I mean, Scarfchomp just outspeeds the majority of his team anyway. The only thing that could outspeed me is Scarfbat, so you know, I kind of need this to be faster than Bat, so I have a nice check to it. But, yeah, there's a good chance it won't be. Do I not? I feel like I didn't bring this exact set. I might have changed it, because I feel like I had a rock move. Maybe I didn't. I guess I didn't. Moving on to my Zam. I have Psyshock, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, and HP Ground. Which, you know, hits his team pretty hard. No D-Gleam, because I had other moves that kind of covered that, which might have been a misplay, because D-Gloom could have been very good for me here, considering it hits 3 out of his 6 super effectively, and I can kind of deal with the other 3 with Zam as well, just clicking Psyshock. So, wish I had D-Gloom, but I don't. Assault Vest Mark with Knockoff, Poison Jab, Pursuit, and Brick Break. Brick Break's just randomly there to break screens, and the other 3 are just pretty common Muk moves. Brick Break also kind of hits Crook a bit harder than the other moves, and Crook's probably going to be his best switch into me every time. Next up I have Cobra Berry, Buzzwole with Roost, Drain Punch, Leech Life, and Stone Edge. This is kind of, I'm running Cobra Berry so I can just take on Krookodile, take on any set of Crook. This also is my best and only switch into Breloom. If this goes down, Breloom is about to body my entire team, so that's great. But yeah, this should be able to take on Krookodile and Breloom, and the reason I had the Berry is so I can take a Fly Z pretty easily, and then just kind of Drain Punch back. But if I lose my Cobra Berry, Fly Z Krookodile could actually be a huge issue for me. And then finally we hit the Scarf Diggersby with Frustration, Quick Attack, Earthquake, and U-Turn. Of course, U-Turn to just gain momentum, and Facade, well, sorry, not Facade, Frustration, Quick Attack, and Earthquake, just because he doesn't have a normal resist here, and I just had Earthquake on there for... There's going to be something here that was weak to Earthquake on draft. Blacephalon, that was what it was. That would also be the reason for me running Scarfchomp, as I wanted something to outspeed Blacephalon. Although I had a Zam, but I wanted something else that could actually OHKO it. Even though I'm pretty sure Zam might be able to OHKO it. But that's not important. The other reason I didn't bring Empoleon to this game was I was fearing he'd bring Magnezone and would trap me immediately. Which he didn't bring, which surprised me, considering if he got rid of my Empoleon, Bat just wins this game, so I'm kind of confused why he didn't bring it, but kind of worked out for him because I didn't bring Empoleon. So let's get right into the game. So as you can see, we're going to be challenged by Pokemon Trainer Howler, and I believe he leads Manaphy, as I lead Primarina, which was pretty nice for me. I mean, this was one of my kind of only Manaphy checks, so... You know, I was surprised he led off with an Manaphy if he's gonna be like a Tail Glow set, and he reveals Light Screen immediately as I click Moonblast into him, which was pretty interesting that he has a Screens Manaphy against me, considering Tail Glow just kind of blew my team away. But I do get a Spatak drop there, And here I believe I go for a Surf as he U-turns out and goes... I want to say he goes Goodra on me because Light Screen plus like AV, he's going to take nothing. He does bring out his Ordino, actually. As I go for an Energy Ball, actually. So that's going to do 0, which is, you know, unfortunate. But now I can just switch out, go into my Muck, which is always going to be my immediate check to Ordino. And I can Brick Break this screen away. If he stays in here, I can easily just Brick Break the screen. As I believe he does Mega and go for a... I think he goes for Wish here? Which, I mean, getting a Wish out into Crook, it's just a free switch, which is unfortunate. And I definitely kind of wanted to knock off this turn, so I could get rid of Crook's item if it was like potentially Scarfed or something like that. I'll scout for the Z move, but I did just go for Brick Break because getting rid of this light screen could be very important. As you do see the Brick Break come out here, as he did bring in Crook, which didn't surprise me at all. And that did a bit of damage, and I do get the poison, which is really nice, as he's going to go back to full health from the Wish. And I'm always just going to go Buzzwole here. I have no reason not to. Buzzwole's always going to be my immediate switch into Krookodile here. So, you know, if he goes for knockoff here, then that's going to be bad. But I was expecting him to Earthquake, as he does go straight for knockoff. And here's where I should have gone Garchomp. I should have always switched out here in case he was Fly Z. I should have scouted because Buzzwole was too important to lose this turn. But I didn't scout. And he stays in and just goes for the Fly Z. And that's it for Buzzwole most of the time here. I believe the roll was heavily in his favor, I believe. I want to say it was like 70% to knock me out here with his spread. I could be wrong though, but I'm pretty sure it was around there. So I did have a small chance to live this, which could have been really good if I did, but you're going to see I don't, so that's really unfortunate. That was such a bad play on my end, looking back at it, but yeah, now I have to try and bring myself back into this game where I just have nothing for Breloom now. So I'm going to bring out Garchomp, and I'm just going to click Rocks. I need them up, and I have to hope he doesn't have Defog on the bat, as he actually does bring it in the bat here, which made me think he's probably going to just click Defog this next turn. Since, yeah, I mean, it made sense to bring in kind of utility bat here, but I'm going to switch out into, what am I going to switch into? Diggersby, as he, I believe, U-turns here, if I'm not mistaken. He does. There's the U-turn, and he's just going to bring in Breloom now. No, he's not. He didn't bring in Breloom. He brought in Ordinate. Goodra. That's Manaphy. Let's just pretend I said Manaphy, okay? So here I'm going to just go for Frustration. No, I U-turn him, actually. And it's going to do a small amount, but Manaphy's pretty bulky, so I believe I bring in my Prim. Yeah, I do bring Prim back in here. As he just goes for the U-turn, I believe. Yeah, he does U-turn, and he goes into his... I want to say he goes Goodra, even though Breloom had such a good and free switch in here. He didn't bring it in. No, never mind, he did. He brought Breloom right in. I don't know why I didn't think he did. But I do just stack this here because I don't really switch in, and it felt like Prim was probably my best mon to sack, as one Bullet Seed knocks me out, which was pretty crazy. Breloom is really broken. It's really strong. I didn't realize how strong it was before this, but I do bring in my Zam here, knowing that I can at least force him out here. This is where I wish I had D-Gleam, because if I had that, I could at least click it. But I just have to go for Psyshock and hope he doesn't bring in Crook, which he does. So, that's really bad. I should have just gone for Energy Ball here. I should have read that switch. But, he had some other options. I felt like he could have gone into Goodra if he's Assault Vest. And he could have taken this. He could have also brought in Ordino. But he did just make this safe Krookodile play, which really sucks for me. But I do get the Trace Intimidate here, so at least he's going to be at -1, which isn't really going to help me at all, but I've got it, I guess. And he does take a bit of poison damage here. He does fall just under half. But I can click Energy Ball now, actually. That's why I didn't click it, because he just doesn't outspeed me if he comes in. So now he brings in Goodra. And I was expecting he was Sap Sipper with the way he played that, but he doesn't have it. So he is Gooey, and that does nothing. But I can just switch out my Zam here. I believe I go into my Diggersby because I didn't switch into this. If he clicks like a Dragon move, I can't go Chomp. I have to go Diggersby here. As he goes for Earthquake, so that did cover my 4th mon that I had left pretty well. If I remember what that, oh, it covered Mark really well, which, you know, I know he expected that, made sense. But he gives me this, which is really nice for him to just sack this Mon off. I expected him to sack Manaphy there or sack Crook, but sacking Gudra's really nice. Give Zam a bit more of a chance to kind of break him here, as he just brings in Crook, and I'm just going to click Frustration here. Getting rid of this is important. If he wants to try and get rocks up here, that's great. He doesn't, though. He's just going to go for Earthquake, and that is it for Diggersby here, as after Gooey and, of course, slower than the Krookodile, so that is fine. I believe I bring in my Zam now, because it kind of claims a kill at this point, as, yeah, I do. And I want to say an Energy Ball here, as he brings in his Crobat. He makes a very aggressive play here, which I wasn't expecting. I figured he'd just give me Crook. And I'm saying this a long time before the turn happens, because I only just had the Intimidate there. But yeah, he does make the Crobat switch, which was crazy, because if I just Psyshock here, you lose your best Mon. And Zam actually has a really good shot against you if you lose your Crobat. Or if it's Scarf Bat. If it's not Scarf Bat, then it was fine sacking it here. But he is Scarf Bat, as he shows this turn by going for U-turn. So I just let my Zam take the hit because I didn't really have any other plays. I just had to Psyshock and hope he gave me the Mon. Because if he doesn't give me this Mon, I don't really know how I'm going to beat it. But he just sacks off Atlantis at this point, which made sense. He didn't really have any other plays unless he wanted to go Crook and then go back into Crobat, try and make the play again. But he didn't, as he just gives me this. And now Crobat can come back in, but he actually goes Breloom, since Breloom has to claim a kill at this point. There's nothing I can do to avoid that, except go Chomp, which is what I'm going to do. Chomp can live 2 Mach Punches. I'm pretty sure the max roll is just like 49 point something. So I can 100% live 2 of these, as that does a lot, but we do live 2. And here I should have just gone for Earthquake, but I'm pretty sure I go for the Dragon move. I go for the Dragon Claw, as he brings in his Ordino. So he got the read there, which sucks. If I'd gone for Earthquake, at least could have forced him to recover here. But I'm in a position where I'm really far in the back. I have to make an offensive play, so I'm going to go for another Dragon Claw, expecting the switch into Krookodile, which he does not make here. He goes for Protect. And I should have gone into Muck now, but I did try and make the read again, really hoping he'd choke and switch out, but he doesn't. That's it for Chomp. And at this point, the game's over. The only thing I can try and do is reduce differential, get this from a 4-0 to a potentially 3-0 or 2-0, but I can't win anymore. As I have to go Muck here, and I have to just click Jab into this Ordino until it dies, as I do just go for a Jab here, and it does like 50%, I think. It's a bit under that, it doesn't even do that much, honestly. But I will be able to 2-hit him with the Poison Touch, and luckily he doesn't try and Wish, or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure if he'd gone for Wish, if he'd gone for some Wish Protects, he could have easily got this 4-0 still, but I'm glad he just kind of let me knock this out, and then, you know, to reduce his differential for him, but he didn't want to stall out any longer, which made sense. I mean, he already hit the lock win here, so what was the point in trying to stall for differential? But now he brings out Crook, and I mean, I just sacked off Muck because I don't have any other plays. I have to lose this Mon. At this point, there's nothing else I can do, so yeah, he just goes for Earthquake, and this will pick me off here, but I do have my Zam here in the back that I can bring in now, and potentially pick up a kill if he doesn't try and save differential. I was tempted to click Psyshock into this Crook, expecting him to go out into his Breloom, but I will be just clicking, I did just click Energy Ball in the end, but I figure his best play was just to go in a Breloom, because like, even if I get the read there, even if I get the Psyshock play, you have Scarf Bat to win, so I feel like trying to conserve differential was the best play, but I actually just Shadow Ball there, but he just gives me this, so he gives me the point of differential, which was nice. I mean, he could have got the 4-0, but he only took the 2-0, which was really nice for me and for my differential, but now this comes in, and there's no way I'm living a Mach Punch, so that is easily going to take me out, and that's going to be a nice 2-0 win for Howler. So I took my first loss in BBR. I mean, I was already 3-1, but I took over a 1-on-1 team, so that was my first loss here. And I just feel like I didn't play this game well. And also not bringing Empoleon, it weakened my team to bat so early on. And then losing my Buzzwole just made me lose the game to Breloom in the end. Breloom and Crook became such big threats because I didn't have Buzzwole. If I just switched out Chomp, Buzzwole actually would have taken on Crook after that. And if he was physical Goodra, if he was fully physical, because he had Earthquake, so there was a chance he was fully physical. Buzzwole would have taken that on as well. And Buzzwole probably could have taken on Screen's Manaphy as well. So all that could have actually beat Buzzwole at that point was the Ordino, the Crobat. But I just threw them. I just threw that mon away. And after that, I just didn't have switch-ins. Buzzwole was pretty much my only switch into stuff. I mean, Muck was also there as my only switch into Ordino. And also a switch into Manaphy, but I didn't really use that very well. And without having switch-ins to his best 3 mons, I feel like I was just in such a bad slot here. Not bringing Empoleon for Crobat, and Breloom and Crook. Just, without switch-ins, I just kept losing mons, and I couldn't do anything about it. And I should have tried to play a bit more offensively. I only really made one read there, which was the Chomp read, Dragon Clawing into the Ordino, which didn't work out, but I still feel like I should have played a bit more offensively here. And maybe if I had done that, I could have won this game. But I'm just going to quickly talk, before I end this video, about had I just gone Muck instead of sacking off my Garchomp where I sacked it. If I'd gone Muck there, I would have probably clicked Jab, which I'm pretty sure would kill Crook on Rock's entry, so he'd probably have to sack off either Bat or Breloom. I would assume he'd sack Breloom. And then, after Breloom goes down to Muck, he brings out Krookodile, and Krookodile just claims a kill. Actually, no, I could go Chomp on it, I'm pretty sure. And then if I bring in Chomp, I kind of have to make a prediction if he's going to go Ordino or Bat. If I get that play wrong, I probably just lose. If I get the play right, then I potentially knock out that mon. But I feel like at that point, he should have always gone Ordino there if that happened. And then I'm pretty sure Bat plus Crook could have still won the game from there if Crook lived on entry hazards. I don't really know. I'm thinking about this. I think if I made the right plays at every point after this, I could have won. But if I made one wrong play, I lose. So it's like, you know, I had to make quite a few. I'd have to play pretty okay after that. But you know, I just went for the offensive read. I don't think it was worth it. But I kind of went for it anyway, just hoping he'd choke, which he didn't, of course. So yeah, that's going to be this video. Next week we are taking on. Who am I taking on, actually? Let me have a quick look. I am taking on Orizan, I believe that's how I, yeah, Orizan, coach of the, it's a Charizard team, I think. Arizona Cardinals, that is his team name. He's currently undefeated, so hopefully I can pick up a win there, although, it's definitely going to be tough to try and pick up a win against an undefeated team. But, yeah, I mean, that battle probably will be up in a week, I would assume, if I actually keep consistently uploading these. But yeah, if that's up, then if that comes up in a week, hopefully I can win that game. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.